Hey, what's going on guys? Globe here. Welcome everyone back to another Elite comparison video in Advanced Warfare. What we do in this series is quite simple. We go ahead, we get two Elite weapons, we compare them both in-depth stats and the actual base stats, and I basically tell you guys the stats with both weapons and to tell you what Elite is better than the other. In last episode, I told you guys to tell me what two Elite weapons that you would like for me to do a comparison on, and I thought I might as well do a video on the M1 IRONS Elite Outlaw versus the M1 IRONS Elite Unforgiving Truth, because the new M1 IRONS weapon did come out a few days ago, so I thought why not go ahead and do an Elite comparison between both these new Elites to tell you guys more specifically in-depth stats and their stats which Elite weapon is better. Guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, a like would be much appreciated. Let's even smash over 200 likes on today's episode, and let me know in the comment section down below what is the two Elites that you would like to see me compare next. So we're going to be starting by looking at the base card stats on both weapons, and we're going to start off by looking at the M1's Elite Outlaw. As you can see, the fire rate is going up by 1, the range is going down by 2, and the mobility is going up by 2. So nothing too much has changed with this weapon, but the fire rate does play a big role in the Outlaw Elite. So far, that weapon is looking good. The next thing we're going to be looking at is the M1 IRONS Elite Forgiving Truth. As you can see, this one is quite wacky. So it's got the damage going down by 1, the accuracy going up by 1, the fire rate going down by 1, the range going up by 1, the handling going up by 1, and the mobility going down by 1. So as you can see, all those stats are going up and down, up and down. I'm not exactly sure what Sledgehammer Games were thinking, but as you can see, those are the stats on both weapons in terms of base card stats. What I'm going to be doing now is going in depth to see what has actually changed within those stat increases. So looking at the pros of the M1 IRONS Outlaw Elite, which was the first Elite weapon we saw before, the pros to this weapon is that there's a 15% quicker ADS time, which means you're going to be aiming down sights, it's 15% more quicker than the actual M1 IRONS itself. Then we have an 11% increased fire rate. This gun shoots fast enough and it gets rid of all your bullets incredibly easy, but because the fire rate is increased, this thing is going to be a bit of a beast at close range, and that's all the pros to this weapon. Moving over to the cons to this weapon, the range is going down by 15%, meaning that if you are going to be trying to shoot someone at medium range or long range, this definitely isn't going to be the Elite you're going to be looking at to do it with. The next con to this weapon is that the magazine size is going down, which in my honest opinion, I find this to be a bit of a con. It's going down by 25%. So usually you have 24 bullets in a magazine, but when you use the Outlaw Elite, you have an 18 bullet in your magazine. And that is going to be the Elite Outlaw. What we're going to be looking at now is the M1 IRONS Unforgiving Truth Elite. And starting off the pros is the range is going up by 15%, which is pretty good because you're going to be shooting at someone at medium to long range. This is the Elite to do it with. The second pro to this weapon is the hip spread is decreased by 10%. And usually, as you can see by the gameplay, I do hip fire with this weapon a lot. And trust me, sometimes you don't have the time to aim down sights. But what I'm going to say is that will definitely help you out in certain situations, so that's always a good thing because it's going down by 10%. The next pro to this weapon is the recoil is decreased by 10%. So if you're going to be shooting at someone long range to medium range, it's going to be decreasing some recoil, but to be honest, the recoil isn't too bad with this weapon. Moving over to the cons to the Unforgiving Truth Elite, the cons is that the rate of fire is going down by 24%. I really hate this on this weapon because you need this gun to shoot fast if you're going to kill anyone. The next thing is that the damage is going down by 24% on this Elite weapon, which is always not a good thing because the damage is quite high with the normal M1 IRONS, but this is going down by 24%. And the last con to this weapon is that the ADS time is increased by 9.6%, which means if you're going to be aiming down sights of this weapon, it is going to be a little bit longer than the base M1 IRONS or the M1 IRONS Outlaw. So that is going to be the video today, looking at both weapons. If I have got to pick a winner, I would probably give it to the IRONS Outlaw just because it's got that quicker ADS time and the increased fire rate. I find the hip fire to be quite good with this weapon, but if you're a person who likes hip firing with the weapon a lot, then I would go with the Unforgiving Truth. But personally, I like to aim down sights, and I usually like to spray the hell out of this thing and kill everyone super easy, and I find it to do well with the Outlaw if anything, tell me in the comment section down below what 2 elite weapons we should do in the next episode. And when it comes down to both elite weapons, it has to be your own personal preference. If you like killing people at long range, use the Unforgiving Truth. If you're more of a rushing person, the Outlaw is going to be your thing. So guys, thanks for watching today's episode. If you have, drop a like on today's video and smash over 200 likes. That would be awesome. Let me know the 2 elite weapons that you want me to compare in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching today's episode, and I will catch you guys later. Globe out.